this game in the face of pressure where you dropped your arm slot and almost threw sidearm. Where did you develop that ability? Is that something that you got playing baseball?
Yeah, I'd credit that to baseball, just the middle infield, even at third base on, dribbler down the line and having to throw it to first on pretty low, like a submarine, type throw. But definitely baseball, I feel like throughout the years and growing up and stuff, that helped me with those kind of arm slots and things like that. But yeah, I wish we could have completed a couple of those today, but it's nice to be able to, drop the arm slot, get the ball around defenders.
You also seem very comfortable throwing to your left, where most right-handed quarterbacks are more comfortable throwing to their right. Is that another thing from baseball, throwing across your body?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel like, throwing on the run for me is like part of my game. So if that's going left, that's going right. It really don't matter to me, but I feel like I've had a good amount of reps just throughout my career in college and then the NFL of throwing left, so definitely comfortable doing it.
What does it do for the offense and you to get, to have not only Christian and Kittle and Ayuk, but also to have Debo and Elijah now too?
Yeah, that's the other thing is like, man, we get these guys back. It was good to get some work in with Debo today, Elijah getting his reps. So it's like, man, once we're all in rhythm and in sync, then I feel like we can play our full potential. So I feel like today we got a little glimpse of it, but definitely some room to improve. But I'm excited for all of them to be healthy going into playoffs. It's gonna be fun.
Are there times when the NFL game seems a little easier to you than the college game, just given how much talent is around you on this team?
In a sense, I feel like the games are a little different, but yeah, I feel like right now it's like, man, I got so many playmakers around me. I feel like I don't have all the weight of the world on my shoulders to make something up or plays. It's like man, Kyle calls a great game plan. I just got to go through my progression, throw checkdowns to guys like Debo and Christian, and then they make guys miss. So for me, it's nice. I just got to distribute it to guys, and then they come up with all the yards and stuff, which is fun to watch. But college, I feel like at times, I feel like sometimes I had to make things up and felt a little bit more pressure. But honestly, those kind of moments helped me to get to where I'm at. So.
At one point, this team was 3-4, and now taking a 10-game win streak into the playoffs. What does it say about the resilience of this team and the focus inside the building?
Yeah, I feel like just from day one, even though our record was what it was early on, we've all known what our potential, really is and was at the time. And so we've always just believed in ourselves. We've all kept our heads down. All the guys, the leaders, Fred, Nick, Trent, like everyone was like, man, let's just focus on ourselves every single day and know that's going to come at some point. Like we're going to get on a roll. We're gonna click in both offense and defense and play as a team. And once that happens, it's going to be tough to play us. And honestly, it happened, and here we are. But all of that, honestly doesn't really matter anymore. It's, man, one game at a time, moving forward for the tournament. So we're excited.
Every game's a different thing. Well, what was it about this game you think that was different or challenged you in ways that maybe those other games hadn't?
Yeah, I just feel like it's coming down to we got to get into a rhythm, and from the jump, playing as a team, offense rolling, defense rolling, special teams. When we start to lack or give teams some hope, then you could feel it on our sideline. Like, man, we got to get rolling. And so for this game, I feel like we made some plays early on, but then also, there's some drives where it's like we got to be better. And so, it starts with myself. It starts with everyone that's been here long enough to own up to it. But, yeah, it's something that we got to look ourselves in the mirror, get better, be real with ourselves. But at the end of the day, we played team football, I feel like in the second half and pulled it off. So.
Are you vocal in those situations, Brock, like early on in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I do my part with, talking to Greasy and when the right time is to, talk to guys, not try to just be a rah-rah guy, but at the right moments in the game. But, yeah, I think I'm hard on myself, so it starts with myself. I feel like I had to do my part and be better early on before I could, say something to anyone else, So that's just really how today went,
Brock, the other week you mentioned that from the moment you got here, pretty much you felt the urgency to kind of win a Super Bowl here. Have you felt that building as the season goes on and as the playoffs get closer, even after today's game, that the page already kind of immediately flips to that?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the main goal. It's been the goal really since these guys played last year, before all the rookies and everyone got here. That's the main focus and goal. Obviously, throughout the year, you want to focus week to week, gain momentum and things like that. But obviously, we're at the point in the season where it's, man, the regular season's over and now the tournament starts, and this is, the real ball that really matters. every single day is going to be vital in terms of getting better and, you know, being able to understand what our opponent's going to be doing. Like, it matters. So Coach definitely stressed that to us after the game today, and, you know, we're already getting ready for what's to come.
I don't know if it's quantifiable, but how do you feel just confidence-wise being in this position going into the playoffs after these 6 games that you played quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. I feel like everyone else is feeling great. When you're on a roll, you're on a win streak, you feel like, man, you know, the groove and how we're playing together, it feels really good when we're on it. I think a lot of us are real with ourselves too, though. Like, I feel like we still haven't played to, you know, our full potential yet. And so, you know, we look at it as a challenge, but we're also excited because it's like, man, if we do play to our full potential, it's like, what else can we do? So those are the kind of things that we ask ourselves every day, and we're excited about. But I'm excited moving forward for, you know, being on a win streak. So.
Getting touchdown to Kittle took a little time. Kyle said he was the first option on that, but at some point, are you just thinking, I need to just hold on the ball long enough? I think 85's going to get open.
Yeah, you know, I think Isaiah Simmons did a good job, you know, being on George, you know, pretty tight early on. But then I'm like, man, you know what? I think George can, you know, break out of this with a quick burst and he'll create some separation. So I just trusted in him. I was a little hesitant at first. Man, should I move on? But I was like, you know what? George is good in the one-on-one matchups like this. So it was good. I could just put the ball out in front, and George made a great play, keeping his feet in too. So it was a sweet play.